Hello Tokusatsu community and welcome back to my Project Unlock series here on Toku Topics. So today we have a pretty special thing that I've been trying to get for a very long time, but I have never seen a listing for it everywhere. Then again, I didn't really look too hard, but this is also a couple of months in the making here. So there is actually no new Ranger keys in today's episode of Project Unlock. However, this is something that I said I've wanted for a very long time, and I was finally able to get it thanks to AP on Twitter, who's actually part of the Ranger Command Power Hour podcast, if you're not familiar with that. So she was able to hook me up with this. It was a very, very good deal, and also being very patient, because we first talked about this in June of 2022 here. It is now November when I'm posting this video, because basically she let me wait until it was just a decent time to be able to pay for it. But she gave me a really good deal on it. And here we go. So, it's a Mobiritz, guys. I finally have a Mobiritz. For the fourth time. So oh, look at that. She even threw in one of the Ranger Command Power Hour podcast little card things. So, I got one of these 8 years ago when I won a giveaway from them on Twitter back in 2014, or no, 2015 actually. So, what, 7 years ago? But yeah, look at that. So be sure to check out the Ranger Command Power. Let me try that again. Be sure to check out the Ranger Command Power podcast, of course. It's a really, really good show. I love the guys over there. They're fantastic. So Zach, AP, and Eric, of course. So be sure to check that out. And huge thanks for hooking me up with this. So we'll go and move this target box out of the way. Packaged very, very nicely. So this is pretty cool. Just a fun thing for the Ranger Key collection. Or I guess Gokaiger collection in general here. So let me get this bubble wrap off. Here it is. It is a Bandai Korea Power Rangers Captain Force Mobiritz. Oh, this is pretty sweet. So I think, as far as I can tell, this will be the final Mobiritz that I need for the collection. At least I hope so. Because this is the fourth one that I have now. After the original one, and the Legend one, and the Memorial one, and now this one. So this was one that I definitely could have skipped. But I thought it was just kind of a fun thing to get because it actually does make different sounds. Because it is basically programmed to have sounds in there for whatever South Korea ended up calling the Power Ranger seasons, or actually what they called the Sentai seasons, because when they brought Gokaiger over, that was before Super Mega Force was even a thing. So they just called it Power Rangers Captain Force, and they just imported over the toys. And so when you put the key in there, it's going to say Captain Force and not Gokaiger. So that's kind of neat. The interior-wise or exterior-wise, I think it's the same as... It's not the same as the Legend one, correct? I'm pretty sure it's the regular Mobiritz completely. I think if I remember correctly, actually, there's a Bandai Asia release of the Legend Mobiritz that has the color scheme of the regular one. So maybe there is a fifth Mobiritz I have to track down, maybe. But regardless, sound-wise, I think I have every Mobiritz that I need finally. So it's essentially a complete recreation of the Bandai Japan packaging for this thing. Just has blue as kind of the main color, which I don't believe was the main color of it from the original Gokaiger release. I want to say it was more of kind of a green. I'll probably be putting a picture up of it up on screen now, but I'm pretty sure that the Captain Force release is a little bit different. But I've never seen this for sale ever. So to finally get it is pretty cool, and find a place to get it. So huge thanks to AP for hooking me up with this. This is really cool to have, and you can see the Power Rangers Captain Force logo there, and just advertising. The keys are going to work the same. You can still summon the Gokai Galleon. They did release the other stuff over there, but there's... Oh, do I need that though now? That might have different sounds. We're going to stop with this for a minute. So obviously this is pre-owned, but the condition of the box is fantastic. And oh wow, I didn't know that it had... Wow, look at that. It has the... I don't even have this from my regular Mobiritz. I don't have... Because I bought my original Mobiritz secondhand. So I don't even have the box or instruction manual or anything like that for my original one. But look at this. This really cool card insert for Captain Force, which actually, I want to open that. I want to take a look at that in closer detail. So let me just carefully open the tape with that. So let's take a look at this little card. Oh, it's a little booklet. It's a little toy booklet. So you have Gokaiger. Oh, this is sweet. And you have all of the mecha from the line. You see, that makes sense too, because since they would have brought this over after Gokaiger finished airing, they can have the whole toy line advertised in here and not be worried about spoiling certain things. So that's pretty sweet. that they've included that. So, and of course in there is just the instruction manuals on how to use Mobiarts, but since this is my 4th Mobiarts, I think I know what we're doing here. So, and included, of course, is the Shinken Red, Gohan Red, and Gokai Red Ranger keys. So technically I could add those to the total, but these aren't any different, as far as I know, from ones that I already own. So we'll go ahead and test them out in here, of course, but very nicely in their original bags and everything like that. Or big lawn bag, I suppose. So let's get everybody out of there. Maybe. Actually, are these sealed? These might be... Or no, they're cut. There we go. So here is Shinken Red, which looks exactly like the original Shinken Red. So I'm not going to test out a bunch of keys and stuff in this video. Let me know, first of all, if you guys would like to see a video where I test out the keys in here and get all the sounds just for fun. But also let me know which keys you'd like me to test out. If there's specific ones you'd like me to test out, I can definitely do a follow-up video to this at some point and show that off. So look at that, a Gokai Red key. Never had one of those before. So flashbacks to last week's video where I had a whole army of them. But yeah, there we go. So, of course, we have the Mobiarts itself. Oh, that's right, it does have a different thing on the exterior. I forgot about that. Look at that. It says Captain Force. So let's go ahead and grab the original Mobiarts. So this is the Bandai Japan Gokaiger release and the Bandai Korea Captain Force release, which definitely I think has a darker red on there, but you know, virtually is completely identical. I'm assuming it's gonna have, is it actually Korean back there? Actually, I think it's the same battery compartment. They both have a copyright of 2010, so that's interesting. And then interior wise, oh, you can tell this one has not had as much use. AP did say that she's barely used this, so I can already tell, because that hinge is significantly stronger than I'm used to on a regular Mobiarts, which has definitely had years of me doing this, or people who, because I bought this Mobiarts in 2019, so I don't know who owned it before. Well, I guess I do, because I know who I bought it from, but I don't know, like, you know, if even they were the original owner of this. So like, this one is definitely a used Mobiarts that you can tell. I can just tell this one is significantly less used. I know my Mobiarts is. So I do believe that there are not batteries in this one just yet, so let me go ahead and put some batteries in there. Ooh, that sounds a little bit different. Okay, let me grab the original Mobiarts, actually, which is already off. So let's turn this one on. It's a little bit of a different pitch. So this obviously is the original one. Wow, that is significantly louder. And that could just be because this one has, you know, less use, but yeah, that is definitely a higher pitched Mobiarts and significantly louder. So let's go ahead and test out the Gokai Red Ranger key, or I guess the Captain Force Red Ranger key.
Captain Force! Power Ranger, Captain Force!
It sounds like it's saying Captain Puss, but Captain Force. And the fact that I have a Mobiarts that says ooh, Captain Red.
Power Ranger, Captain Force!
It says Power Ranger. That is just so interesting to me. So that is a thing. We'll go ahead and grab Shinken Red here. What does that say? Is that Blade Force? Is that what it's saying? And then we have RPM, or, well, yeah, technically, but this is Gokaiger. See, it still does that, though. I've noticed on my Legend Mobiarts a lot. I put the key in, it does this sound, or the, like, deactivation sound instead. Like, it's a weird error. Yeah, so there it definitely said engine force. So very, very interesting. So like I said, just a very cool thing that I wanted to have, because it works with the keys. You know, it works with any older Ranger keys, newer Ranger keys, just like any other Mobirates would. It's just a different Mobirates. And, you know, both... Ooh, that's also a very clean close there. It's definitely, I can tell that this has not been used too much, which is nice. It's in fantastic condition. It's really, really nice. So, like I said many times in this video, but huge thanks to AP. Basically, I had forgotten that this existed for a long period of time, and then there was a point in June of 2022 where I just thought about it. It's just interesting to see this say Captain Force and not say Mobirates or Gokaiger or whatever. Because the Legend one says Mobirates, which is not what the original one says, because, you know, it says Mobilate. And then this one is the Memorial Edition one, and then we have the regular original version. So we got the whole gang is here. So the gang's all here. Let's go ahead and try to get everybody into frame here. So it's so crazy to me that this toy is something that I own 4 times, but each one is distinctly unique in its own regard, and I think is valid to have as a Ranger Key collector. It is crazy to me that, like, they've made this toy actually worth it 4 different times. But I love it. So it's a design that works for a reason. It's a toy that works for a reason. And I'm very happy to add a 4th one to my collection here of Ranger keys. So, like I said, a little bit of a different episode of Project Unlock here today. No actual keys being added to the key counter, but I'm going to go ahead and put up the key counter anyway, just for, you know, to keep the tradition alive with that. But like I said, just a fun thing that I wanted to add to my Ranger key collection. It was still relevant enough to do a Project Unlock for unboxing anyway. And that's going to pretty much do it. So like I said earlier in this video, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Do you want to see me do a follow-up video with this where I kind of show off a bunch of older Ranger keys? And if so, what keys do you want me to show off? I can pretty much do like a video where maybe I just go through the 35 red set and just knock them all out and see what they do. But let me know if you guys want to see a video like that in the description below or in the comments below. I will be sure to make that if that is something that people want to see. So until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR. Huge thanks to Secret Ranger fan AP once again, and be sure to check out the Ranger Command Power Hour podcast, which I will be linking in the description below, because that was a very, very big help into adding this kind of obscure and I guess somewhat rare, because like I said, it's hard to find a listing for this thing to my collection. And I'll see you all in Project Unlock, where we're always looking for the next key.